Yeah, set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down to go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again, looks can be deceiving. When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come.
Here's a throw on the money, perfect go. Line drive, left center field, will score one. That ball had a family, DJ Van.
Here we come. Here we come.
Slider, outer third, bang, throws him.
Yeah,
what a play on the forehand to throw to first. Vintage Ryan Buck.
Here we come. Here we come.
Spearfish Sasquatch leading off game number 2. Wearing number 4, center fielder Bryson Hoyer. Batting second, wearing number 24, second baseman Ryan Bachman. Batting third, number 6, first baseman Jack Naylor. Batting fourth, number 27, playing third base DJ Van Etten. Batting fifth, number 3, out left field, Trey Borwald. Batting sixth, number 19, designated hitter, Seth Nelson. Batting seventh, number 9, shortstop, Luigi Reyes. Batting eighth, number 2, catcher, Christian Soto. And batting ninth, number 11, right fielder, Gage Croft. Starting pitcher for the Spearfish Sasquatch in game 2, number 32, Noah McCandless. Fans, we ask that you please stand and remove your caps, as our national anthem tonight will be sung by Kaya Foot.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets crackling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Awesome, thank you, Kaya.
All right, fans, I'm counting with Ridley and Daisy. And we got something to say. Let's play ball!
We're getting ready for game 2 of our doubleheader between the Bigsticks and the Sasquatch. game 2. From our
And we're back right here at Black Hills Energy Stadium again for game 2 of the doubleheader. And the Sasquatch looking to get a victory today and leave the day 1-1 to start the second half of the season versus the Badlands Bigsticks. And Noah McCandless takes the mound for the Squatch in this one to start out game 2 of the day. Noah McCandless onto the bump for the Squatch. The first time we've seen him since last time the Squatch were home against the Oahe Zap. Noah McCandless, the newly engaged Sasquatch player, happening today. Congrats to Noah, and we'll see what kind of show he puts on today, trying to spark the Sasquatch bats with a solid performance on the bump starting out. McCandless on the year has been really good for this Sasquatch team, to say the least. A sub-2 ERA coming to the game in 22 1/3 innings. He has 27 strikeouts to 10 walks. He has been spectacular, and he's getting the nod here in game 2 to try to lead this Squatch team to an opening day split against the Badlands Bigsticks. His first foe is going to be Matthew Lewis, the leadoff hitter and center fielder, giving Quade Peters the second game off today in Spearfish. Defensively for the Sasquatch, we'll go through the alignment. McCandless on the bump. Christian Soto is going to be the man behind the dish on the receiving end of the Noah McCandless 92-mile-an-hour fastballs. DJ Van Atten mans the hot corner for the first time this season. Luis Reyes at short, Ryan Bachman at second, and Jack Naylor getting a start at first base in this one as the first pitch called strike to the left-handed bat, Matthew Lewis. In the outfield, Trey Vorwald in left, Bryson Hoyer manning center field. One of the only 2 hits in game 1 came off the bat of Bryson Hoyer, and then in right field, Gage Crott slides into the 9 spot and in right field. Noah McCandless misses outside for ball 1. Count goes 1-1 to the leadoff hitter, Matthew Lewis, for the Bigsticks, trying to keep the momentum going from the 8-1 domination victory that the Bigsticks put together here no more than an hour ago, the conclusion of that one. That one misses up and in. Count goes 3-1 early on. Standing on deck is going to be Joe Osborne for the Bigsticks. He's manning left field to center field, and left field in the 1-2 for the Bigsticks. Here's the 3-1 count for McCandless. Outside, caught the zone. Count goes with a 3-2 full count now to the leadoff hitter, Matthew Lewis. 1-2-3 for the Bigsticks, trying to get going. The 1 spot, Quade Peters last game took a solo shot to lead off the game. We'll see what happens here. McCandless gets him the wave at the full count pitch. Goes down swinging Matthew Lewis. A quick first out, Noah McCandless with his 28th K of the year.
Now batting for the Bigsticks, number 10, left fielder Joe Osborne.
Brings up Joe Osborne, the left fielder, in the 2 spot today. He's taking over left field in this 1 and 2 spot. Danny Rogers, the first baseman, who had a home run in the final inning of game 1. He slides back in at first base, and he slides up to the 3 spot. He's on deck. Here's the pitch from McCandless to Osborne. Breaking ball found the zone. McCandless looking like he is in control early. And this Sasquatch team, it's got to be an emphasis. Get runs across the board and get them early. Game 1, the Bigsticks jump out, kind of kill all energy that the Sasquatch had, and it carried out throughout all 7 innings. That breaking ball is going to be fouled off quickly. 2 breaking balls and an 0-2 count for Noah McCandless on Joe Osborne, the left fielder. Osborne comes into this one hitting .270 on the season with 13 RBIs and 15 walks, but quickly and an 0-2 hole to Noah McCandless. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Soto setting up on the outside of the plate. Tried to paint the outside, fouled off again. Count remains 0-2 on this one. For the Squatch, it's all about getting in the lead early and get some momentum going right now. It seemed like before the game even started, 4 pitches in, they were down 1-0 last game, and that just seemed to be the dagger right away. This team never looked like they recovered. McCandless looking to get the second out here in the first inning and hopefully get this Squatch team up early. 0-2 fouled off again. We will see the 5th pitch of the at-bat and another 0-2 count to Joe Osborne. Danny Rogers standing on deck, and in the hole is going to be Cam Uran. 0-2 count. Once again, that back foot of Osborne on the back chalk. Looking a little bit iffy. Here's the pitch from McCandless. Tried to go low and inside. Just missed his spot. Soto scoops it up. Count goes 1-2. The 6th pitch of the at-bat coming right up. So the 1-2 spot of the Bigsticks working the counts well and getting McCandless' pitch count up high. Don't want to give him an efficient first inning especially. Upstairs at the letters, it missed. Count goes even at 2-2 now with 2 away. The 8th pitch of the at-bat awaiting from Noah McCandless. That one was a little bit high, veering towards the chin of Osborne. Call the ball, and we got a 2-2 count now from McCandless. Here's the 2-2 pitch from McCandless. That one swung on in the left center gap. Coming in is Vorwald's going to drop in front of him for a single. Osborne gets a 1-out single on the 8th pitch that he sees. He puts it right where Vorwald couldn't get to it. It's a 1-out base runner for the Big Sticks, trying to keep the offense rolling, the offense that put up 8 runs and 12 total hits on the Squatch in Game 1. An offense that took it to Dylan Ritchie in Game 1 has a 1-out single on Noah McCandless, and it brings up the man who has the most recent run of anybody in both lineups. It's Danny Rogers, had a solo blast in the top of the 7th of the last game. Takes a big swing at the first pitch he sees there, an off speed from McCandless. He was sitting fast, and he waved on that one at the 0-1 count. Danny Rogers has been spectacular so far in this day. He's got 6 homers on the year following that one he had in Game 1. Runner a very small lead over there at first. Here's the 0-1 to Rogers. Another big swing. That one up at the letters. Goes through with another 0-2 count from McCandless. The umpire switching places behind the dish. It's going to be John Whitcraft. We could see that zone switch from the low and outside zone that Yogi Muslegel, who slides to the field, used so much in Game 1 today. 0-2 from McCandless with a runner on first. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be chopped over to Bachman. He's going to make the diving play off the glove into shallow right. The runners are going to stay put. Ryan Bachman with a tough play to make. It's going to be another single for Danny Rogers. That is a tough play to make if you're Ryan Bachman. Just beats him. He's veering over to his left. Tried to make the sliding play. It goes off the edge of the glove into shallow right field, but lucky for him, Osborne holds at second base, doesn't try to extend, and it's just going to bring up Cam Uran with runners on first and second now. Reyes going to check the runner back off. Here's the pitch outside. Soto tried to bring it back in. That one misses. It's going to be a 1-0 count. To Uran on deck. It's going to be a new catcher. It's going to be Royce Van Deen. He's going to be catching today, as you're in the designated hitter spot, here in the cleanup spot. In the 5-hole, it's Royce Van Deen waiting on deck if needed, the catcher today behind the dish for the Big Sticks. Here's the 1-0 count. Breaking ball found the zone. A beautiful back foot breaking ball that started all the way in the right-hand batter's box and broke its way in to the lefty. You're in. Got to think a big part of this Big Sticks line, but why they're so successful. The Sasquatch haven't seen a lot of lefty hitters this year, but that's what the Big Sticks really have a lot of in their lineup. The 1-1, big swing by Uran. It's going to be a 1-2 count once again. McCandless in a third straight 2-strike count. The last 2 have been singles. We'll see what he does here. 3 straight. This is the number 4. Math is really hard sometimes, but this is the 4th batter of the inning in the 4th 2-strike count. McCandless has got to. We'll see what he does here. Upstairs and out. Soto tried to bring it back in. Count goes even at 2-2. So this inning already, McCandless, his pitch count is not looking pretty after this inning, even though no damage done yet. The Big Sticks are working the count extremely well in this one. We'll have to see if that continues. 2-2 count to Uran with runners on first and second. Skies that one high in the air and foul. We'll see another 2-2 pitch. These Big Sticks batters do exactly what you want them to do if you are head coach Jordan Price, and that is not go away. Fight on every single pitch, and that's exactly what every batter in this lineup does. They just do not go down easy, and there's no difference in what's happening today in that aspect. 2-2 once again. Reyes backs off. Osborne at second. That one's going to be skied high in the air to left field. Vorwald takes a few steps in. He's going to settle under, make the catch. Runners stay put. A hard fought for out, but an out nonetheless. It's a fly out to left field. 2 away, runners remain at first and second for Royce Van Deen, the catcher.
Now batting for the Big Sticks, number
250 on the season for Royce Van Deen. He has been pretty solid at the catcher position from Lower Columbia Community College. 250. He's going to be 250 average on the year. He's going to be given Huddle the off day here in Game 2. Huddle caught Game 1, had a great day at the plate. And now it's going to be Van Deen. Here's the pitch. Outside, Soto tried to bring it back, but that outer third, it's a different home plate umpire, and right now John Whitcraft is not favoring that outer third as Yogi Milslego was in game 1. Ball 1, 1-0 count.
There's 7 back for ya.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. No one holding the runner at second base. Here's the pitch from McCandless. Waves that and fouls that one back to the backstop. Count goes even at 1-1. McCandless trying to get through this inning and avoiding the 2 singles from really hurting him. But 2 hits already. The Big Sticks offense just keeps on bringing the pressure. This is the 8th inning of baseball today. They have 14 hits up to this point. Here's the 1-1 pitch from McCandless. That one going to be inside. Gets the zone on Van Dyne. He doesn't love it, but it's going to get the zone. And it's a 1-2 count again. So every single batter this inning so far, through 5 batters, has been worked to a 2-strike count. 2 of them have singled, and we'll see if Royce Van Dyne can keep that trend going and potentially keep the inning going. Here's the 1-2 pitch, upstairs and in. Soto gets it, runner takes off, now retreats back to the bag. Osborne thought about taking off, trying to extend to an extra 90. Soto popped up really quick, kept the runner at second. He almost caught him as Osborne, when he was trying to retract back to second base, slipped up and almost found himself gunned at second base. If Soto lets it fly, he might have. No one gonna hold the runner. It's a 2-2 count to Van Dyne with 2 away. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. That one is fouled off into the backstop, and making the catch is Blas Buckmaster, barehanding it from the on-deck circle. It's a nice round of applause from the crowd here in Spearfish, South Dakota. Count remains 2-2 with 2 away. 2 runners on, 2 hits in the inning for the Big Sticks, trying to get an early 1-0 lead as they did in game 1. 180 feet away is Joe Osborne with the potential to score the first run of the game. McCandless sets. Reyes backs off, and here is the pitch. Big lead by Osborne, but here's the 2-2 pitch from McCandless. Inside, just missed the inner third. McCandless doesn't love it. He thought he had him. It's going to be a full count. 3-2 count, 2 away for Noah McCandless. Trying to get out of this inning, standing on deck, Blas Buckmaster, if needed, if potentially Van Dyne can work a walk. Here's the pitch, runners take off, that one's chopped over to right field, past the Bachman, 1 run will score, Croc comes in, he's gonna get the throw in time, it's gonna keep a runner at first, but it's an RBI single from Royce Van Dyne. 1-0 lead early. Osborne scores from second, and Danny Rogers advances 90 feet away to third base.
Batting for the Big Sticks, number 8, second baseman, Blas Buckmaster.
Blas Buckmaster comes up to the plate, the 6-hole hitter and second baseman with runners at the corners. He was 1 for 3 with a single and a walk and 2 strikeouts in game 1. We'll have to see if Royce Van Dyne decides to potentially take off. Breaking ball waves and misses at that one. It's going to be strike 1. With runners at the corners here, you might see Van Dyne, if he can get a good jump, try to take off, because you might think Soto's going to be very skeptical with that throw, and it might just get cut off by McCandless or Reyes charging in. We'll have to see. But for the moment, runners at the corners for Blas Buckmaster. Takes that one up high. McCandless cannot believe what he's seeing right now on the mound. Takes ball 1. A really close one. McCandless did not like it. But the count goes even at 1-1. Danny Rogers standing at third after that RBI single from Royce Van Dyne. Another ground ball that just gets by Bachman at second in a spot he cannot get to. Breaking ball gets the outer half. It's going to be called for a strike. It's a 1-2 count now. Great job by Soto to pull his glove over in that one. We'll see if McCandless, another 2-strike count. Another long AB potentially with a 1-2. Low and outside, count goes 2-2. Good job by Soto to reach down, kept that one in front of him. Looked like it could have been dangerous. But it's a 2-2 count once again with 2 away. 2-2 count, 2 away. 2s are flying with 2 runners on here in Spearfish, South Dakota. Potentially the second run of the inning can come across for the Big Sticks. Buckmaster flies the one high in the air to shallow right field. Crott giving chase towards the line. Running into foul territory, will make the catch. 1 run comes across via Royce Van Dyne RBI single to right field. It's a 1-0 lead early on for the Big Sticks. Hoyer, Bachman, Naylor due up for the Squatch when we come back. We're back for the bottom of the first inning here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. Taking the bump for the Badlands Bigsticks. It's going to be left-handed pitcher Shane Curtin, committed to Creighton. We will have to see what he brings for this Sasquatch offense that struggled mightily in game 1, 2 hits through 7 innings. Bryson Hoyer going to lead off. Ryan Bachman standing on deck. Jack Naylor due up in the hole as the 3-spot hitter. Bryson Hoyer, the center fielder, had a single to lead off the game. That was one of the only 2 hits the Sasquatch saw drop all day. Takes the first pitch low in the dirt for ball 1. Defensively for the Bigsticks. Behind the dish is going to be Royce Van Dyne at that RBI single earlier to start out the game. At third, it's going to be Preston Jones. At short, it's going to be Marcus Abelhausen. At second base, it's going to be Balas Buckmaster. And rounding out the infield at first, it's going to be Danny Rogers. In the outfield, Joe Osborne in left, Matthew Lewis in center field, and it's going to be Cam Crater in right. That one misses again. It's a 3-0 count early to Bryson Hoyer on the season for Curtin in 19 innings, 17 strikeouts, 10 walks, a 1.8 ERA, a 2-0 record, but down 3-0 to the leadoff hitter, Bryson Hoyer right now. Hoyer takes that one in the dirt. A 4-pitch walk, and the Sasquatch have a leadoff base runner once again. The last time Hoyer led off a game yesterday, or earlier today in game 1, leadoff single. This time he's going to trot 90 feet with a free bag. We'll see if the Squatch can have a better first inning than last game. Last game, they had a 1-0 deficit, as they do in this game. And they worked the bases loaded with 1 away, but are unable to come up with a run and tie that game up, and ultimately that was all that she wrote. After that, I think the energy in this ballpark just extinguished. Ryan Bachman due up. There's ball 5. Ball 5 to Ryan Bachman as that one misses outside. Bryson Hoyer standing on first. He got 18 stolen bags on the year, leading the team. He's always dangerous to take off. We'll have to see. They're going to check him. They check the runner over there at first. They're going to check Bryson Hoyer. They're a little bit scared. They saw him steal a bag in game 1, get himself in scoring position, ultimately gets stranded over at third base in the first inning. Here's the pitch to Bachman. That one low, called a strike. It's the first strike of the night from Shane Curtin. 1-1 count to Ryan Bachman, Bryson Hoyer still on first with a decent-sized lead over there. As Bachman turns on that breaking ball and fouls it off, it just got in on the hands a little bit. He just missed it. And Bachman's going to be down in a 1-2 count now. That's a pitch to hit, and that's something he's definitely going to want back if he goes back and watches this AB over. 1-2 count now to Ryan Bachman. Bryson Hoyer standing at first. A little antsy, takes an extra half step. Here's the pitch to Bachman. Big swing and miss. Ryan Bachman goes down swinging, and Shane Curtin recovers well from the 4-pitch walk to Bryson Hoyer. Ball 1 to Bachman, but 3 straight strikes. Gets him down, and it's Jack Naylor up to the plate now. The first baseman for the Sasquatch today. Got game 1 off, came in to pinch hit, and on the first pitch he saw, grounded out to shortstop. DJ Van Atten standing on deck. He was hit by 2 pitches in game 1. We'll see if he gets a plate appearance in this one. That one outside, misses for ball 1. So already you're noticing the difference from these 2 umpires and the way they called the game. That's probably a strike in last game. But home plate umpire John Whitcraft not favoring the outside of the zone like Yogi Milslagle did all game 1. It's ball 1. Naylor, left center field. Going back, Osborne at the track, he'll make the catch. Leaned up against the wall nearly. Hoyer thought about tagging from first. He'll retreat. Jack Naylor just missed it, and his season of woes continues of barrels that just get caught. My goodness. DJ Van Atten comes up to the plate with 2 away. Bryson Hoyer still standing on first. The Bigsticks are in a shift with 3 infielders on the left side of second base. I'd expect to see Hoyer take off eventually in this at-bat as ball 1 misses up high. I'd have to expect you're going to see Hoyer take off, especially with the infield shifted like that. You might try to see it, but right now they're going to check him over at first. It's close. They almost got him. The throws from Curtin are on the money, but Hoyer getting back just in time. All 3 times he's been checked. Same lead over there first. Little antsy over there. We'll have to see. Never know with the speed that Hoyer possesses. Van Atten takes a big swing at the 1-0. Misses. It's strike 1, 1-1 count. That was a swing that he had one intention, and the intention was to get his 9th bomb of the year. 1-1 count. Runner takes off. Van Atten line drive this short. Caught the ball at short with Albehausen. Oh my goodness, he robs DJ Van Atten for the 2nd time today. Van Atten's been robbed of a hit to the left side of the infield. A line drive caught by a Bigsticks glove ends the bottom of the 1st. One runner, Bryson Hoyer, walks, but he's stranded. After Bryson Hoyer walks, 1-2-3. We go to the 2nd. Bigsticks lead by 1.
Shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on. She loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice try.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
Top of the 2nd inning back here in Spearfish, South Dakota. The Sasquatch trailing 1-0 early on to the Badlands Bigsticks. It's Preston Jones leading off 7-8-9. Due up. Big swing and miss of the first pitch from the Bigsticks 3rd baseman. To end the bottom of the 1st inning goes DJ Van Atten with a hard line drive over to short. That was absolutely robbed by Marcus Albehausen. Another hard hit ball by the cleanup hitter for the Sasquatch that gets absolutely robbed of a base hit. McCandless with another nasty breaking ball finds his own. It's another 0-2 count for the Sasquatch pitcher. We'll see if he can get a quick, easy first out to Preston Jones, something that he has not been able to get so far. Outer 3rd, Soto tried to pull it back in. It's called for ball 1. And right now, John Whitcraft establishing that outer 3rd is not going to remain the same as it was in the 1st inning with Yogi Milslego behind the plate. We'll see if that changes the way McCandless and Curtin pitch. Try to go outside again, chops it over to Bachman, charging in the throw to first in time. It's a 4-pitch out to get the first out of the top of the 2nd inning. It's a ground out to Ryan Bachman. Preston Jones retired. Cam Crater, the right fielder, comes up to the dish. He's in the 8th spot. On deck, Marcus Albehausen in the 9th spot. And then the top of the order set to roll over if needed. 6 batters for the Bigsticks in the 1st inning. After a lead-off out for Matthew Lewis, they got the offense going with 2 straight singles. We'll have to see if they can do the same thing after Preston Jones was retired to lead off this inning. That one finds the zone. It's going to be a strike 1 to Cam Crater. A nice pitch from Noah McCandless on that one. And he's up 0-1. A beautiful pitch on the outside. Just caught the outer 3rd. That was a pretty located fastball. We'll see what he does right here at the 0-1. High and upstairs. Soto tried to stick the glove and pull it in. Misses. Count goes 1-1 now to the 2nd batter of the inning, Cam Crater. Crater manning right field, trying to build on this lead. 3 hits and an RBI single from Royce Van Deen in the 1st inning. That's the 1-0 lead for the Bigsticks right now. Big swing and miss at that one from McCandless. It's 1-2. Fooled Crater on that one. And now, in another pitcher's count, Noah McCandless has done a great job of getting in these pitcher's counts. Just has not been able to retire every single batter. The Bigsticks have done a great job of working down in counts. Big swing and a miss for another strikeout, his 2nd of the night. The 2nd out of the inning comes quickly. 8 pitches, that's 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning for Noah McCandless. The 9-0 hitter, Marcus Albehausen. Due up now, the 9th spot at the top of the order with Matthew Lewis on deck if needed. If Albehausen can get this one going and get a 2-out rally potentially started for the Bigsticks. Noah McCandless looking to go 1-2-3 after letting up a run in the top half of the 1st. That one's going to be hit up the middle hard, through the middle of the infield for a single. It's a 2-out base runner from Marcus Abelhausen. He thought about 2, took a wide turn, went about 3 strides past the bag. He retreats back to first. He stands at first with a single.
Now batting for the Bigsticks, number 7, Matthew Lewis.
Matthew Lewis for the second time today in the second inning. He's due up to the plate. Struck out, swinging the lead off the first inning, and a big lead over there at first from Abelhausen. Might test the arm of Soto. We'll see if McCandless pays attention to that at all. And he will. He'll take off. He'll go back now after that one swung on, and it looked like he got a piece of it. Abelhausen thought about taking off. He took about 1 stride of looking like he was going to steal. He goes right back. Maybe it's trying to get in the mind of McCandless and Soto, but now an 0-1 count to Matthew Lewis. Lewis with an 0-1 count, struck out in the first. We'll see what he can do here. A 2-out rally potentially being started by the Bigsticks. Still a hefty lead over there at first from Abelhausen. Here's the pitch from McCandless. That one's hit hardly over to Reyes, and Luis Reyes is right there. Perfect spot for the Sasquatch shortstop. Ends the top of the second inning with a line drive to the glove of Luis Reyes. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Sasquatch trying to get some offense going, tie this game up early. Vorwald, Nelson, and Reyes due up when we get back.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
Left fielder, Trey Vorwald.
Trey Vorwald set to lead off here in the bottom of the second inning. The Sasquatch, a leadoff walk from Hoyer, but couldn't do anything after that. And a good inning by Shane Kern. Went 1-2-3 following the 4-pitch walk to lead off the ball game. He sees Trey Vorwald, his first pitch low and in the dirt, inside. Going to be called ball 1 to the Sasquatch left fielder. Vorwald, Nelson Reyes due up, the left fielder DH and shortstop who made the last out of the top of the second inning. Vorwald's going to foul off that one high beyond the backstop. Count's going to go at 1-1 now to the leadoff hitter, Trey Vorwald, who's looking to get something going. He, just like the rest of the Sasquatch lineup, did not have a fun day in the first game of this series. In the first game of the series today, hits that one foul down the first baseline. You're going to say it hit, looked like potentially home plate, and then rolled down the first baseline because no one goes to get it except for home plate umpire John Whitcraft. It's a 1-2 count, excuse me. Vorwald was 0 for 2 with a walk in game 1, was one of the only handful of base runners the Sasquatch had all game. 1-2, that one outside, going to be called for a ball. Count goes even at 2-2 now from Shane Curtin. Vorwald, one of the more consistent bats in this Sasquatch lineup. He was nursing a shoulder injury at the end of the first half of the season. He hits that one sharply up the middle. It's going to get by the glove of a diving Bloss Buckmaster, and Vorwald's got a leadoff single for the Squatch as they try to cut this one-run lead down and tie it up. Trey Vorwald, a nice piece of hitting there on a 2-strike count. Shortened up the swing, put a ground ball right through the middle of the infield. Buckmaster and Abelhausen had no chance to get that one. It went right under the outstretched glove. And Trey Vorwald stands on first. The first hit of the ball game for the Squatch leads off the top of the second inning. Seth Nelson did not have a fun game at all. Was 0 for 3 with a walk in game 1 with 3 strikeouts. Watches the first pitch go for a ball. He definitely did not have a fun night in game 1, and he definitely didn't have a lot of help from home plate umpire in game 1, Yogi Milslag, with a lot of the outer third calls being made on him. Right there, he takes the outer third for ball 1. Takes that one low in the dirt. Van Dyne pops right up, keeps Vorwald over there at first base. It's a 2-0 count to Seth Nelson. Behind Bryson Hoyer, this is probably the fastest guy in the Bates Pats. Gage Crott really competitive with Vorwald in that category. As Nelson takes that one outside. Looked like it was going to be a strike for sure. It's a 3-0 count. That one looked like it was a strike for sure, but it just missed up and in. Watch the replay, and it was indeed a ball. It's a 3-0 count to Nelson. Here's a 3-0 pitch to Seth Nelson, going to be called at the letters for a strike and auto take from the Sasquatch DH. Now with a 3-1 count, going to definitely look. Might have a red light again with the lack of hits the Sasquatch have been getting. Just try to get any base runners possible. We'll have to see. Chops that one foul towards the Bigsticks dugout. Count goes full at 3-2. Full count to Seth Nelson. Luis Reyes standing on deck. Trey Vorwald with the leadoff single. We'll have to see if the Sasquatch can capitalize on a leadoff base runner. Nelson's going to foul that one off into the backstop. And it's 3-2 once again to Seth Nelson. (3-2) count to the Sasquatch DH now. Vorwald still on first with a very small lead. Here's the pitch to Nelson. Chops that one over to first. Gloves it is Rogers. Tags first. Tries to get the lead runner that throws off the mark. Almost had a 3-6 unassisted double play, but Trey Vorwald advances to second base. And Seth Nelson's going to be out at first. He'll go back to the dugout, but now Luis Reyes comes up to the plate.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 9, shortstop,
Luis Reyes comes up to the plate now with a chance to tie this game up. If he can get a hit into the outfield, we will have to see what the Sasquatch shortstop can do. Did not have a fun game 1. I can say that about almost every player in this Sasquatch lineup. Reyes 0 for 3. Did not get a 4th at-bat. 0-0 count. Here's the pitch. Reyes a big swing at that one. Just gets it off the edge of the bat and foul into the backstop. Count goes 0-1. Trey Vorwald standing 180 feet away from tying this ball game up at 1. 0-1, one away. Reyes. Vorwald with a nice lead. No one really holding. Here's the pitch to Reyes. Watches that one low and outside. Gets called for ball 1. It's 1-1 with 1 away now. And this is a huge spot for the Squatch. Reyes and Soto due up on deck. This is a big spot for the Sasquatch, trying to tie this game up early. Try to get right back in it. Don't want to give the Bigsticks a chance to extend a lead. Reyes, line drive into left field. Vorwald's going to round third. He's going to get the red light, from Peterson. Looked like he was going to wave him. But Reyes gets a single, advances Vorwald to third. Now a big chance for the Sasquatch. Christian Soto up to the plate with runners on the corners. Vorwald was delayed, leaving from second. Didn't know if that ball was going to get caught at all, either by Abelhausen or by Osborne in left field. It did not hang, it dropped. Reyes man's first base. Now, runners on the corners for the Sasquatch catcher, Christian Soto in the 8 spot. Gage Trott due up, if needed, in the 9 hole, the right fielder. First pitch to Soto in the dirt. Going to be called for ball 1 to the Sasquatch catcher. Soto had himself a nice series in here. Hasn't had a lot of luck this year. His batting average almost at 200 now. But it's been waking up a little bit. That one in the feet. Vorwald retracts back to third, but Reyes takes off right away and gets to second base on a pass ball. Reyes standing at second now. Vorwald 90 feet away. So traditional 6-4-3 or 4-6-3 double play out of the picture now due to that pass ball. Now Christian Soto with a chance not only to tie it, but take the lead if Reyes can get a full head of steam going around third and the ball is hit well enough. Shane Curtin, here's the pitch to Soto. That one outside in the dirt. Count goes 3-0 to the Sasquatch 8-spot catcher, Christian Soto, the freshman from Alabama A&M University, in a big spot here in Black Hills Energy Stadium to get the Squatch a little bit of momentum early on. 3-0 count. Gotta think it's an auto take from Soto. He takes a big rip at that one. Foul tips it into the glove of Van Dyne. It's going to be a 3-1 count. Got the pitch he liked. Tried to rip it in the outfield and get at least a tying run, but doesn't do a job there. Foul tips it 3-1. Here's the 3-1 count to Soto. No one holding Reyes at second base, but Curtin's going to step off of the bump and call time. Runners return to their respective bases. Van Dyne wants a word with this pitcher before this 3-1. A crucial pitch right here. You load the base, you get the Gage Crott. You have a double play and a force out at home anywhere you want. A force out any bag if you load the bags, but definitely not what you want to do right here. Is juice the bases for the 9-hole hitter, Gage Crott, who on the season had a nice season hitting the ball and hitting nearly 300 this year. A lot of singles from Gage Crott, but they're well-hit balls into the outfield. 3-1 pitch to Soto. High fly ball into center field. Lewis charging in. He's going to make the catch on the run. They're going to do it. They're risking it with Vorwald. That throws off the money. An RBI sac fly. Christian Soto ties this game up at 1. That was a risky play by Anthony Peterson, the assistant coach over there at third base, to send Vorwald on a shallow fly ball to center field, but the speedy Vorwald beats the throw. It was off the money, but I think he was going to get there anyways. Tie game 1-1. And Gage Crott still has a chance to tie or to take the lead here with Luis Reyes standing at second base. 2 away to the 9-hole hitter and right fielder. Abelhausen runs over to the bag trying to hold Reyes. He backs off. Reyes takes another 2-step lead. Here's the pitch to Crott. Watches that one low in the dirt. 4-1. Big lead from Luis Reyes over there second base. Probably trying to get into the mind of Curtin. See if he can hang one for Gage Crott to drive into the gap and potentially give the Squatch a lead. Buckmaster going to go to the bag. Now he'll back off. Here's the pitch to Crott. Big swing at that one. He misses. It's going to be a 1-1. He took a hack at that one on the lower half of the strike zone, and that count goes 1-1 with 2 away. Bigsticks middle infield playing really pinched in right behind. Abelhausen's going to go off. Buckmaster goes back, steps off the bag, but miscommunication as Buckmaster was already returning to his spot at second. Curtin wanted to try to get Reyes. Reyes slides in safely, no contest. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Crott goes to lay down a bunt, and he wins. It's a strike. That was a beautiful pitch right there. Goes on the back foot. Crott can't pull back the bunt. Tried to catch the entire Bigsticks infield off guard. But nonetheless, it's a 1-2 count. Top of the order, set to roll over if needed. But here's Gage Crott with a 2-strike count. Fouls down off the backstop. He'll see another 1-2 pitch. Staying alive, trying to extend this inning any way he can. And at least roll the inning over to Bryson Hoyer with a chance to tie it if he can't do so himself. Crott, a big swing and a miss at the letters. Gage Crott goes down swinging. That'll end the threat. Luis Reyes stranded at second base, but Christian Soto with a sac fly to center field to score. Trey Vorwald knots things up at 1 going into the third inning of play here at Black Hills Energy Stadium.
Knee replacement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
Joe Osborne set the lead off the inning for the Big Sticks here. And here we go. He's going to lead off here in the third inning. The Sasquatch tied things up in the bottom half of the second, and he's going to foul the first pitch off down the third base line. 0-1 count early to Noah McCandless. Oh, 1 count to Joe Osborne, the leadoff hitter here in the third. He skies that one foul. Joe Osborne has the leadoff single in this one after Matthew Lewis went down swinging. The one-out single in the first inning came around to score the only run of the ball game. And here we go. He's in an 0-2 count early on to Noah McCandless. We'll see if McCandless can get through again. He had a pretty quick second inning after the first inning gave up a run, had 4 batters, only gave up 1 hit. That one, a swing and a miss, gets away from Soto. Osborne takes off to the first base bag, but it throws on the money. Another strikeout for Noah McCandless leads off the third inning. Danny Rogers going to come up to the plate. And he also has a single today. He had a single, was stranded at third base. At the end, he advanced from first to third all the way on a Royce Van Dyne single. That was the RBI single for the Big Sticks that put them in the lead. But the Sasquatch were able to come back in the bottom half of the second and make this a brand new ball game. 1 away, Naylor playing really close to the line over there at first. First pitch strike to Danny Rogers. It's going to be a quick 0-1 count. McCandless doing a phenomenal job of locating the first pitch strike and getting in hefty pitcher's counts at that. 1-2, 0-2. He's been getting an early pitcher's count. We'll see what he does here. 0-1, once again he finds the zone. Another 0-2 count from Noah McCandless. He has been getting ahead on everyone, and not just getting ahead, but getting in hefty pitcher's counts where he gives himself a lot of leeway room. Shakes off the first 2 signs, shakes off the first 3 signs. Here's the 0-2 pitch from McCandless on the 4th sign that he got from Soto. That one's hit high in the air to center field. Hoyer takes a few steps in. He'll make the catch. Bryson Hoyer makes the catch for the second out of the inning on the 0-2 swing from Danny Rogers. 2 away here in the top of the third inning. Noah McCandless making for another quick inning.
Now batting for the Big Sticks, number 21, Cam Uran.
Brings up Cam Uran. He flew out to left field in his last plate appearance. We'll have to see what he can do here with 2 away. A little bit of a tough spot to be in. He had an RBI chance last time he was up at the plate with runners at first and third. Was unable to capitalize, flew out to left. But Royce Van Dyne, the man on deck, the catcher, was the one that was able to capitalize with an RBI single into right field. 1-0 count as that one misses. McCandless behind early. We'll see what he brings here. I'd expect a fastball in the zone. There's a fastball lifted high in the air, foul. Count goes even at 1-1. That's a beautiful pitch from Noah McCandless on the 1-0 right there. Just a competitive fastball, not wanting to allow himself to get in any hefty hitters counts like a 2-0. 1-1 count to Uran. McCandless looking to potentially go 1-2-3. At the letters gets the call. It's a 1-2 count. Fell behind 1-0 to start, but Noah McCandless 2 straight strikes, and he's in another pitcher's count here with a 1-2. This seemed to be the story of every single hitter this game. It's just how do the Big Six respond to being down. 1-2 count, 2 away for Noah McCandless. Low and inside, missed the zone by a little bit. Soto thought it hit the zone, didn't look like Soto kept his glove up. Everyone thought that was strike 3. Looked like the entire infield was ready to get off the field, but nonetheless, it's 2-2 with 2 away to Cam Uran. Here's the pitch. That one's hit high in the air to left center field. Vorwald and Hoyer going over to the gap. Vorwald's going to make the catch ultimately in the left center gap. 1, 2, 3. The Big Six go down in order. 1 strikeout for McCandless and 2 flyouts. It's a quick inning for the Sasquatch. Looking to keep momentum going. They tied it up in the bottom half of the second. 1, 2, 3 in the top half of the third. Now looking to take the lead in the bottom half of the third inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the field. The Hewlett Red Devil Junior High cheerleaders, through fundraising efforts, they have granted over $12,000 in scholarships to graduates of Hewlett High School in Hewlett, Wyoming. for the Hewlett Red Devil Junior High cheerleaders. If you First Responders Night here at the ballpark, presented by Shields. We head to the bottom of the third inning with a tied game. Game 2 of our Wednesday double dip.
Lead-off hitter here in the bottom of the third inning for the Sasquatch. It's the top of the order. Bryson Hoyer, the player of the game in game 1. One of the only 2 hits of the night for the Sasquatch. He led off this game with a walk, was stranded at first in the first inning, but now it's a brand new ball game. Once again, it's a tie game. He takes strike 1 low from Shane Curtin. Noah McCandless went 1, 2, 3 in the top half of the third inning. He has settled in nicely after giving up a run in the first inning. And there's a line drive to left field from Hoyer directly into the glove of Osborne. My goodness, another barrel for the Sasquatch that is just magnetically finding a glove. There's one away. The story of the year for the Sasquatch has been barrels upon barrels against this Bigsticks team especially that just finds a glove. Ryan Bachman comes up to the plate, and the Bigsticks implement the shift. Buckmaster goes all the way over the shortstop position. It's a line drive right to the glove of Buckmaster. My goodness. 3 pitches in, 2 barrels have both found the glove of a Bigsticks defender. There's 2 away quickly. Jack Naylor up to the plate now. He also lined out to deep left field in his first plate appearance. That was one we thought had a chance, and it went all the way to the wall, but unfortunately Osborne was able to snag it. Watches that one go low for ball 1. Count goes even. Here's the 1-1 count to Jack Naylor, and already Curtin looking for a 1-2-3 inning. This is only the 5th pitch of the inning, and that one misses. It's going to be called ball 1. Excuse me, that was the 6th pitch of the inning. 7th pitch of the inning coming right up, so a quick inning so far. It's a 2-1 count with 2 away early on for the Bigsticks. As their defense has been coming up big, Curtin's been putting the ball in the strike zone as Naylor fouls that one off at the 2-2. 2-2 count, 2 away to Jack Naylor, trying to get a 2-out rally going after Hoyer and Bachman both lined out to second base and left field respectively. Here's a 2-2 from Curtin. Naylor's going to ground that one weakly over to second. Buckmaster charging, and it dies in the grass. He makes the play, throw is high. Naylor goes up to first. That is a close play. It's not a routine play, and Jack Naylor stands on first base. Jack Naylor with a 2-out single. That was a tough play for Bloss Buckmaster to make, as that one just died in the infield grass. The black hole that is the infield grass here in Spearfish, South Dakota, brings up DJ Van Atten. Van Atten also lined out too short, and the Bigsticks implement another shift again. That one inside gets called a strike. And here we go. We'll see if Van Atten can put a ball in play. Hammered a baseball right to short, but Abelhausen was in the right spot. That one, he hits that one to deep left field. Osborne going back, and he'll do it again. Another barrel to left field. Another caught ball by Osborne in left. My goodness, robbing the Sasquatch of a base hit 3 times in this one through 3 innings. We're knotted at 1 aside, going to the 4th inning of action here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. We'll be right back here on Spearfish Sasquatch Live. Fourth inning action here in Spearfish, South Dakota. We're knotted at 1. The Sasquatch robbed of base hits left and right in that bottom half of the third inning. 4 batters and 3 of them had absolute hammered baseballs that just got caught. 2 by Osborne in left and 1 by Buckmaster at second. 1-0 count at the first pitch to Royce Van Dyne, missed up high. He's the leadoff hitter here, 5-6-7, due up for the Bigsticks. Noah McCandless trying to get through the fourth inning as he has the second and third pretty easily. 7 combined batters to the last 2 innings. The only man reaching a single by Marcus Albahosen. 1-1 count as that one finds the zone from Van Dyne. And here's the 1-1 count from McCandless. That one skied away. Another 1-2 count from Noah McCandless. We'll see if he can get a lead-off out here and work through this lineup. 5-6-7 due up. Van Dyne up to the plate now. Buckmaster on deck. Preston Jones due up in the hole as the third batter in this inning. But for now, Noah McCandless in a 1-2 count versus Royce Van Dyne to lead off here in the fourth. That one's going to be skied high in the air down the third base line, giving chases Vorwald towards the wall, but it's going to be foul and out of play. That one was high. Looked like Vorwald might have a chance, but he ran out of room over there. It just goes by the wooden wall into the bush over there down the left field line. That one carried a lot more than you may have thought. But nonetheless, it's another 1-2 count to Van Dyne. Here's the pitch from McCandless. Fastball chopped over to Bachman. Corrects it off 2 hops. An easy play for Ryan Bachman for the first out of the inning. Bachman made the first out of the inning defensively in the second inning. Does so here in the fourth. We'll see if Noah McCandless can get this one quickly again. He settled in very nicely after having a 6-batter, 1 run come across the board in the first. He has settled in nicely, only allowing 1 hit in the last 8 batters since that first inning where he probably wants it back. Outside, strike 1 to Balas. Buckmaster flew out to right field to Gage Crott in foul territory. At the end the first inning, he comes up here for the second time tonight to lead off in the fourth, or to go second in the fourth inning after a lead-off ground out to Ryan Bachman. That one outside just missed the zone. Looked like the same exact pitch that was called for a strike on strike 1, but it missed. It's a 1-1 count. That one's a big swing on the breaking ball. Foul tipped in the glove of Soto. It's a 1-2 count to Balas Buckmaster. Another 1-2 count for Noah McCandless. Trying to make easy work with this Bigsticks lineup. And that's all the offense wants. That's how your bats get hot, is when you know your pitcher is working nicely out there on the bump. That one outside, he froze him. Buckmaster goes down looking at the fourth pitch of the at-bat. There's 2 away here early on in the fourth inning. And look at this trend right here in the second inning. Preston Jones led off with a ground out to Ryan Bachman. And the next at-bat, Cam Crater went out on a strikeout. What happens in the fourth? Royce Van Dyne grounds out to Bachman to start, and Balas Buckmaster goes down looking on a strikeout for the second out. Brings up Preston Jones here in this one. He puts the first pitch over to Reyes. Can't make the play at short. It's going to be an E6 for a base runner with 2 away. Tried to scoop the glove up on the forehand. It just goes off the edge. And Reyes, this inning extends with an error over at short. It's a 2-out base runner standing on first base for Cam Crater. Crater 0 for 1, struck out in his last plate appearance, but now with a runner on first base following that error. Have to see if the error is going to play critical. McCandless checks the runner over at first, slides in safely. Jones has no issue over there at first base, sliding back safely. McCandless just letting him know that he sees him. And now he's got to move on to the next batter. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be ground over to Reyes again. Makes the play on the back end. This time goes to Bachman to force it. Reyes redeems himself. Makes the play on the hard hit ball to his backhand to get out of the top of the fourth inning. 1 base runner via an error, but no trouble for Noah McCandless in the last 3 innings. He has been spectacular. Bottom 4 right back here when we come back. Trey Vorwald leading off for the Squatch. They have the most latest run in this one. They tied this game up in the bottom half of the second inning, but since then it's been Shane Curtin and Noah McCandless having a pitcher's duel, and this game is knotted at 1. Vorwald looks to lay down a drag, pulls it back. It's a 1-0. Vorwald leading off here in the 4th. He singled and came around to score on Christian Soto's sac fly in the second inning. He is the only run for the Squatch in this one. Takes that one inside for a strike. Doesn't love it, but he crowds the plate a little bit. So the inner third is going to be a little bit borderline, and there's a strike call. Vorwald takes that one low for a ball. A nice leave on the breaking ball from Shane Curtin. That was a nice pitch that almost caught the lower outer third and almost made a 2-strike count. But Vorwald looking to get another leadoff base runner for the Sasquatch. Flies that one away. It's going to be foul. It's going to be a 2-2 count now. Vorwald, last time he was up in the second inning, led off that second inning. He was a leadoff single and then ended up coming around to score. So we'll have to see if that trend can continue and he can get another leadoff base runner for the Squatch. They've had 2 in their 3 innings of play. Here's the pitch from Curtin on a 2-2 count. Vorwald fouls that one off. A nice swing from Trey Vorwald on the elevated pitch, and he keeps it going. It's another 2-2 count coming right up. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Trey Vorwald. He just fouled off his last 2-2. See if he can get a single to lead off. Fouls that one down the third base line. Pulled it off his hands. He'll see another 2-2 pitch. Trey Vorwald putting up a solid at-bat to lead off this inning. And the only thing that would make this at-bat better is if he somehow reached first base 90 feet away. 2-2 again. This one misses. Count goes full. Trey Vorwald has worked his count well. He's going to get a full count pitch here. This has been one heck of an at-bat to lead off the inning if you're Trey Vorwald in left field. Here's the full count pitch. Payoff pitch from Curtin outside. Vorwald takes a free bag to lead off. Trey Vorwald, an excellent at-bat, and it's a leadoff base runner for the Sasquatch. For the 3rd time today, they have a man on first with no outs. We'll see if they can capitalize the same way they did, as they did when Vorwald led off with a single in the second. He leads off with a walk here in the 4th. Seth Nelson comes up to the plate now. He advanced Vorwald to second on a fielder's choice by Danny Rogers over at first. Takes strike 1 low. Doesn't love the call again. He has not been getting lucky at all with the close calls today in game 1 and now carrying over to game 2 with a brand new home plate umpire. Seems like his luck is not changing. Vorwald over there at first. Here's the pitch from Curtin. That one up and in. Nelson has to get out of the way. That was going straight for his chin. About to make him look like a hockey player if he lets that one hit him. But nonetheless gets out of the way. It's a 1-1 count to the DH. Luis Reyes standing on deck. Christian Soto, if needed, in the hole. He has the sac fly RBI, a chance to potentially get another RBI on his night. Nelson with a big rip at the 1-1. Count goes 1-2. 3 hits on the night for the Sasquatch, already surpassing their game 1 total. Nelson looking to get it to 4 and at least try to advance Vorwald to second if he can. Chops that one over to third weakly. Jones, his only play is at first. That throw is going to be off the mark, but Rogers with a beautiful stretch. Looked like he came off the bag. They're going to offer to home plate to Whitcraft. He's got to make a decision. He won't. They'll just make the call in the field. He's out at first. Sasquatch dugout can't believe it. It looked like his foot might have came off the bag, but it's the same exact play that resulted in Vorwald scoring last inning. It's a fielder's choice by Nelson that advances Vorwald to second. A little deja vu right now. We'll see if Luis Reyes can do the same thing he did in his last at-bat, and that was single into left field to advance Reyes to third. Luis Reyes 1 for 1 with a single, advanced to second on a pass ball where he was stranded to end that second inning after Vorwald came to score. Big swing and miss at that one low in the lower half. It's an 0-1 count early on from Shane Curtin. A little deja vu right now up here in the booth with that weak ground ball hit by Nelson that ultimately advances Vorwald but gets him out at first, the same exact thing he did in his last at-bat. We'll see if Reyes can try to capitalize on this one. Buckmaster going to go to the bag. They're going to try to hold Vorwald. He backs off. Now he goes back and Curtin's going to step off. He is not happy with the dancing that Vorwald is doing at second, especially with the speed that Vorwald has. Definitely not at all what Curtin wants. He's keeping a close eye over there. Here's the pitch to Reyes. He chops that one back up. It gets by Curtin, and it gets over the glove of Buckmaster into the outfield. Vorwald around. He's going to score. Squatch in the lead for the first time today. It's 2-1 Sasquatch. Luis Reyes drives home a run. That was a bouncer right there, and Luis Reyes drives in a run. Vorwald scores from second. My goodness. It's a lead for the Sasquatch.
For the second time tonight to give the Sasquatch the lead.
Luis Reyes with an RBI single, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Squatch here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. One away, Christian Soto coming up to the plate looking to extend this game and extend this inning, potentially get another run and more cushion for Noah McCandless, who is now working with the lead. That one low and in the dirt. Soto watches it go. Curtin is not happy with himself out there on the bump right now after letting that one get past Buckmaster. It was a well-hit ball. It just missed Curtin's glove out there on the mound. Bounced past Buckmaster, just in the perfect spot that Reyes put that baseball. Here's the pitch from Curtin. Upstairs to the chin of Soto. He leaves it off for a 2-0 count. Christian Soto early on in a pretty favorable count after getting that sac fly in his last plate appearance. He's looking to get on the board with a base knock. Reyes with a very small lead over there at first as Soto takes that one outside for a strike. He didn't love that one, but it's a 2-1 count to the Sasquatch catcher. Gage Crott standing on deck if needed. As long as Soto can avoid grounding into a double play, he will get his second plate appearance here in the fourth inning. That one way upstairs and away. Good job by Van Dyne to pop up and get that one. Reached up with the glove hand, prevented that one from getting behind him. And it's a 3-1 count to Christian Soto. Christian Soto has 8 walks on the year. Could potentially get number 9 here in a 3-1 count. Reyes standing on first base. Here's the pitch. Soto's going to sky that one into foul territory. The count will run full, and the Sasquatch are doing a tremendous job of working up Shane Curtin's pitch count early on. They want to work to that bullpen. That is something they have struggled with all year, is letting starting pitchers go deep into outings and letting teams preserve their bullpen for later in the series. Here's the pitch to Soto. Ball 4. Reyes took off anyways, but it doesn't matter. He'll trot over to second base. Christian Soto with a full count walk. Worked the count well. Takes his free 90 feet. Runners on first and second for Gage Crott. The right fielder struck out swinging to end the bottom of the second inning. He comes up in a big spot here with one away. Top of the order with Bryson Hoyer set to roll over if needed. We'll have to see if Crott can keep this going. Buckmaster playing really close over to second base. He's going to look like he's going to hold Reyes. Both Buckmaster and Albahosen very quiet holding Reyes. Crott lays down the perfect bunt. Curtin can't get it. An infield single for Gage Crott. Bases are juiced. Bryson Hoyer comes up to the plate. Gage Crott with an infield single. Gage Crott, a beautifully placed bunt. That is a tough play to make if you're Curtin coming in as a lefty. Your momentum going to your right, you got to go to your left. Tried to barehand it and just couldn't get it cleanly. Gage Crott, a beautifully placed bunt from the 9-hole hitter. My goodness, bases are juiced. Bryson Hoyer, a chance to extend the lead here with one away. This is a chance for the Sasquatch to take the lead. That one low in the dirt. He swings in that one and misses. It's an 0-1 count. They lead 2-1 right now, but a chance to get a bigger lead with Bryson Hoyer to the plate. A job can be done right here. We have the corner of the infield. Rogers and Jones playing in, maybe expecting a play at the plate. That one's grounded over to short. Trouble with it at short. It's an RBI. Bryson Hoyer, a hard hit ball. It's an error on Albahosen over at short, but it's going to score a run. It's 3-1. Bases remain juiced. Couldn't field that one. A hard hit ball. Albahosen was right there, just could not make the play, and it's a 3-1 game. Ryan Bachman a chance to keep the momentum going, keep the train rolling. Bigsticks go in their shift again. Bachman lined out to Buckmaster where he is right now behind second base, excuse me. Back in the third inning, takes strike one low in the dirt, doesn't love the call. 0-1 count early. A job to be done as Rogers not even going to hold Hoyer over there at first. He's playing in, same with Jones at third, expecting a play at the plate. We'll see if Bachman can potentially beat the shift here. Fouls off that one. It's an 0-2 count quickly to Ryan Bachman with the bases juiced. Jack Naylor standing on deck. He was also a victim of a hard hit ball that got caught back in the first inning. He's 1 for 2 though with a single. Ryan Bachman looking for his first base knock of the game. He's 0 for 2. Had one stolen from him by Balas Buckmaster. Buckmaster returns over to second base, and now Curtin's going to step off the mound. He's going to take a second. Bachman with an 0-2 count now. Bases are juiced, just trying to do a job and extend this lead that currently sits at 3-1 Squatch. Corner infielders playing in, still on Bachman. He's going to chop that one foul down the first base line towards the Squatch dugout. A nice defensive swing from Bachman to keep alive on that one. He was not swinging at that breaking ball, but it was pretty nasty. Might have been a frozen strike 3 and a good defensive swing from the experienced Sasquatch batter. Oh, 2 count once again to Ryan Bachman, the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Here's the pitch from Curtin. That one outside. Bachman checked his swing. He did not go. They will not even offer. Count going to go to 1-2. Ryan Bachman has a chance to drive in these runs, and it looked like he wanted that one really bad, but he laid off. He might be a little off balance right now. If you're Curtin, I think to jam him with maybe a breaking ball on a 1-2 with how off balance he is after almost chasing that heater outside. Tries to do that at the high fly ball down the right field line. This one's going to veer foul and out of play. Running out of room in right is Crater. 1-2 is going to remain for Ryan Bachman. Ryan Bachman staying alive in this one. And the Sasquatch looking to give Noah McCandless even more of a cushion. If you're McCandless right now, this has got to make you feel pretty good. But how long do you sit on the bench before you start tossing around in the bullpen to stay loose? That is a question set for Noah McCandless out there. Curtin shakes off 2 straight signs. Finally get 20 likes. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to hit Bachman, and Ryan Bachman's going to drive in a run via another hit by pitch. Sasquatch batters and being hit by pitches. There's no better combination. It's 4-1. Name a better duo. That is right up here in the press box. Sasquatch is getting hit by pitches. It's a 4-run game. Ryan Bachman with an RBI on his night after taking a hit by pitch to drive in the 4th run of the game and the 3rd run of the bottom of the 4th inning. That is number 60 as a team. They are 42 away from the Independence League record, and we are not even in the month of July yet. My goodness. The Sasquatch just get hit more than any other team I've ever seen in my life. It's absurd. And now 1 out remains. Jack Naylor comes up to the plate. I don't think the Bigsticks dugout's happy with something. They are not at all. There is something going on between the Bigsticks dugout right now. They're having a conversation with John Whitcraft behind home plate. I'm not sure what the conversation is. That ball clearly hit Ryan Bachman in the leg. He tried it down the first gingerly. Couldn't even move, really, or put any weight. He tried to jump out of the way, and it's still more than going to argue. He leaned into it. This is a very interesting argument right now from the Bigsticks coaching staff. And I'm wondering what the argument is. Maybe trying to get his team fired up here to try to leave 2-0, but ultimately nothing changed. I don't know what the point or what the ultimate goal was from that conversation, but nonetheless, bases are juiced, 1 away in a 4-1 ball game. Jack Naylor looking to extend the inning. Full count, 1 away to Jack Naylor. Here's the pitch. Swings on that one, fouls it off his own left leg. Count goes 0-1 early to the Sasquatch first baseman. Lined out to deep left field in his first at-bat. Singled in his last at-bat in the 3rd. He was the lone base hit in the 3rd inning for the Sasquatch. And now let's see if he can drive in some runs here for the Squatch. Put them in the lead. Pokes that one high in the air to right field. Crater's going to settle under it. He makes the catch. They're going to send the runner home from 3rd. The throw is on the money, but it gets by Verdine. My goodness, it's a 5-1 ball game. 5-1 Sasquatch lead. What a sac fly from Jack Naylor. He adds an RBI to his night. Gage Crott comes across to score. DJ Van Atten comes up to the plate. Ryan Bachman stays on first. Bryson Hoyer advances to third on that throw from Crater. It was on the money. It just bounced past the glove of Van Deen. Here's the pitch. Van Atten deep left field. It's going to die out. Oh, it looked more than that one. The body language of Osborne, he made a beeline for the track on that. Osborne on the read of that ball went directly to the track, realized it wasn't as much, and he comes back, and Van Atten flies out for the final out of the inning. 4 come across, 5-1 lead for the Squatch, heading into the 5th inning of play.
You're all going somewhere. Going higher, faster, farther. Going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
It's the beer batter.
5th inning here in Spearfish, South Dakota. If you're just joining us, you missed a doozy of a bottom of the 4th. The Sasquatch scored 4 runs, took the 5-1 lead for Noah McCandless on the mound again. He's going to face Marcus Albehausen to lead off in this one. That pitch going to be left off for ball 1 at the 1-0 count for McCandless. We'll have to see if that little break he took affected him in terms of how he feels out there on the mound. He had a long break in between innings, pitching in the top of the 4th, and basically having a very efficient 4-batter inning, the only batter reaching on an error. That one fouled off the beer batter here in a 1-1 count. There is action going on in the Squatch bullpen. It looks like it's Jack Sutton getting ready to potentially come close this one out. If McCandless can get through this inning quickly, you might see him go for the 6th, but we'll have to see. He's just kind of getting loose. 1-1 count to Albehausen. He's going to sky that one back into the backstop. It's a 1-2 count. The crowd in Spearfish here can taste the beer. We'll see if Albehausen can deliver. 1-2 count to the shortstop, Marcus Albehausen, in the top of the order, set to lead off here, or set to come across with Matthew in a minute. That one upstairs. Matthew Lewis on deck. McCandless thought he froze Albehausen, and the crowd here thought it too. John Whitcraft not buying into the game of beer batter. He's going to call it a ball. It's 2-2. 2-2 count, no outs. Noah McCandless trying to deliver beer to the folks here in South Dakota. Misses that one low. Count goes full. With that big lead, there are some defensive changes. It's Chaz Crook at third base for DJ Van Atten. So I'll have to see if Van Atten's going to move to DH and Nelson's done, or what's going to go on. As that one's low and inside, it just missed McCandless. Can't believe it. Doesn't like that one. Marcus Albehausen works a walk. He improves on his day. He's reached twice.
Now batting for the Bigsticks, number 7, Matthew Lewis.
It's a one-out. It's a leadoff base runner, here in the top of the 5th inning. Brings up the top of the order, Matthew Lewis, 0 for 2 on his night, looking to get his first base hit and try to get those 4 runs back that the Bigsticks surrendered in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Runner's going to take off. Soto the throw at the hopper. Back in by Reyes. Tries to apply the tag. Not in time. Albehausen slides in there safely with a stolen base. Albehausen a little shaken up over there at second base. A hell of a slide. He's in safely. It's an 0-1 count. 0-1 count now for Matthew Lewis, but a runner in scoring position is Marcus Albahazen after he just stole second base after his leadoff walk. Looked like they had him if that throw is on the money, but it was on Reyes' backhand. That one fouled off on the interior. Count goes 0-2 now. So McCandless looking to get a big strikeout here. The runner on second, no outs. If he can get out of this one, this would be huge for the Squatch. Still have arms getting loose in the pen, but no one getting ready to come in at this moment. So right now the leash for McCandless definitely not small here in the top of the fifth inning. Sets. Runner over at second, taking a nice lead. Reyes going to hold him. McCandless going to step off, fake the throw back to second. They just want Albahazen to go back to the bag, letting him know he's there. Albahazen still with a nice lead over there at second. Reyes is still going to hold him. We'll see if McCandless makes another move. Here's the 0-2 pitch upstairs. Soto pops up at the 1-2 count. 1-2 count now to Matthew Lewis. 0 for 2 with a strikeout on his night. One of the 4 strikeout victims for Noah McCandless right here. He's looking to make it 5 Ks on the night with a 1-2 count. This would be a big first out. Big swing and a miss. He got him. Swings on the outer third fastball, and there it is, the first out of the inning for Noah McCandless. One away, runner on second. Joe Osborne comes up to the plate, the left fielder who has absolutely robbed Sasquatch batters of hits and has absolutely robbed us up here in the booth of thinking that balls are hit harder than they are, because on that play that ended the bottom of the 4th inning, DJ Van Atten sounded like he got a piece of it. Osborne made a beeline for the track and then just returned to his spot and made the easy catch. He has a single so far. He's going to look to get another. Fouls off the first pitch off of Soto. Goes back to the Squatch dugout. It's 0-1 quickly. Danny Rogers standing on deck. He will most likely get an RBI opportunity, the runner in scoring position, unless some unorthodox double play happens here with Joe Osborne and Albahazen standing on second base. Matthew Lewis went down swinging to get the first out of the inning. We'll see if McCandless can keep that momentum going and get through this 5th inning unscathed after a runner reached second on a walk and a stolen base. That was the first walk for McCandless on the night that allowed Albahazen to reach first. He's been controlling the zone so well all night against these big stick hitters. 0-1 up at the chin, gonna miss. Soto pops up. It's 1-1 now to Joe Osborne. That was the 78th pitch from Noah McCandless. We've seen him throw north of 100 in Fremont. We'll see how long his leash is here. Here's the 1-1. That one misses. Soto, good job reaching over into the left-hand batter's box to keep it in front of him. Pitch number 80 on deck for Noah McCandless right here in a 2-1 count to Joe Osborne. Looks like Jack Sutton is still not really getting hot in the dugout, so gotta think they're gonna let McCandless ride out this inning, try to finish it out unless he runs into a lot of trouble. That one upstairs and away, caught the zone. Osborne doesn't love it. Nonetheless, it's a 2-2 count from Noah McCandless. Bachman holding the runner over at second. Reyes just playing normal shortstop position. We'll see if Bachman backs off or if McCandless steps off. Bachman going to hold the runner. He backs off. Here's the 2-2 pitch from McCandless. Down lifted high in the air into foul territory down the first base line. This one's going to get out of here and go all the way behind the concession stand. It's a 2-2 count once again for Joe Osborne, the left fielder. So the defensive substitution as Chaz Crook takes third. It looks like DJ Van Atten just sliding over to first base. So DJ Van Atten manning first now, start at the hot corner, goes back to first base where he played game 1. That one at the letters. McCandless thought he got him, but he didn't. Count goes full, getting no benefit of the doubt from John Whitcraft in this one. Noah McCandless thought he had a backwards K for number 5 on the night, and that pitch was perfect. Now the payoff pitch. Bachman backs off the runner at second. Here's the 3-2. That one upstairs and away at the walk. Osborne works a walk, and McCandless doesn't love it. He thinks he should have been out on strikes 2 pitches ago, but Noah McCandless walks Joe Osborne. Runners on first and second. Jarrett Hunt wants a word with his starting arm. We'll see if he motions to the pen for an arm to get hot and get ready in this one. But for now, runners on first and second. Jarrett Hunt gonna have a word. Infield comes in, Soto comes out.
The ultimate experience while enjoying some great local beer at Crow Peak. Fans, make sure you check the back of your tickets and take advantage of some of the savings and coupons.
Pretty quick mound visit by Coach Jarrett Hunt right there. Possibly just talking about getting something going here for McCandless, just getting a ground ball, getting the second out, focusing on getting out of this inning. There are some arms in the Sasquatch bullpen. There's also some arms in the bullpen for the Big Sticks. It looks like it's Austin Sheldon, but it also looks like moving around in that bullpen is Calvin Watkins. We saw him in game one, so we'll have to see what direction that this Big Sticks team goes in. That one outer third. McCandless locates for strike one on Danny Rogers, homered in game one, so potentially one swing away from this being a one-run ball game. He has a single and a fly out to center field. We'll see what he can do here with runners on first and second and one away. Just kind of want to stay away from a ground ball that potentially could end the inning, especially with the way this Sasquatch infield has played all year. That one's high in the air, in to right field. Crott going over. Hoyer calls him off in the gap. He'll make the catch. No tag is going to be applied. Runners on first and second stay. Danny Rogers flies out to center field. Bryson Hoyer makes the catch, 2 away.
Batting out for the Big Six, designated hitter, Cam Uran.
Cam Uran, the DH, has flown out to left field 2 times today. Has gone opposite both times that he's touched the baseball. We'll see what he can do here, trying to not waste this opportunity. A runner at second base. Takes the first pitch outside for a strike from McCandless. Seems like Hunt calmed them down really well on that mound visit, because Noah McCandless since then has looked pretty calm out there on the mound. And this is a big spot for the Big Six, trying to chip away here in the top of the 5th inning after letting up 4 in the bottom half of the 4th. McCandless going to step off. I think he just wants a reset. He's going to step right back on. And Albahosen at second still has a nice lead. Reyes looks like he's going to try to hold him. He'll back off. Here's the pitch from McCandless. Outside, he got the zone. 1 pitch away from getting out of this one. Noah McCandless working efficiently. He's got 5 Ks so far in this one. Number 6 could come here to strand a runner at scoring position at second base and another one at first. 0-2 count to Cam Uran here for Noah McCandless. McCandless sets. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one swung on and skied foul beyond the backstop over the press box here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. We'll get another 0-2 pitch. A well-placed spot from McCandless, but Uran refusing to go down without a fight in this one. As Hoyer's playing really far over, expecting Uran to go opposite again. That right center gap is wide open. If he can turn on one, we'll have to see. Here's the 0-2 from McCandless. Way upstairs, Soto pops up. McCandless lost his balance a little bit, and it's going to be a 1-2. Yeah, we go back to Bryson Hoyer in center field. Trey Vorwall playing pretty shallow in left field. An interesting defensive setup in the outfield for the Sasquatch. We'll have to see what happens here with McCandless. 1-2, inside and low. Soto sticks the glove out there. The crowd thinks he froze him. McCandless thinks he froze him. He did not. It's a 2-2 with 2 away. What a spot from Noah McCandless. My goodness, that is a close call to make. A beautiful job by Soto trying to pull it back in, but it just missed. 2-2 with 2 away. 2 runners on the base paths. Here's the pitch from McCandless. That one swung on and chopped down the first base line. They're going to say this one got a piece of Uran, so it's foul. Runners will retreat back to their respective bases. We will do 2-2 with 2 away. 2 runners on, part 2. 2s are absolutely flying in Spearfish right now. Noah McCandless trying to get out of his 5th inning of work. If he can get out of this one, his night would be spectacular. He's let up 4 hits and 1 run up to this point. We'll have to see if he can keep it at that way with 2 away. 2-2 count, Noah McCandless. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off again. Uran not going down here. He is just trying to extend this game any way he can, putting defensive swing after defensive swing after defensive swing, just looking for a pitch that he likes. Royce Van Dyne standing on deck. He's got the lone RBI for the Bigsticks back in the top of the first inning that broke this game open early. But since then, it's been all Noah McCandless. That one's going to be hit over to Bachman. Off a hop. Bachman the throw to first in time. Noah McCandless gets through his 5th inning of work. He's allowed 1 run and 4 hits. Noah McCandless a masterclass. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. Squatch lead by 4, looking to extend the lead and get some cushion and some insurance. Bottom of the 5th inning for the Sasquatch. Here we go. Trey Vorwald leading off an inning for the 3rd time tonight. Each time he's led off, he's gotten on base. We'll see if he can keep the trend going. But for now, with a new pitcher out of the bullpen, it's Austin Sheldon for the Bigsticks. First pitch is going to bounce to the plate. It's going to be called a ball. Sheldon from Lower Columbia Community College. Very limited action this year. 4 appearances. This will be number 5. 3 2/3 inning with a 7.64 ERA. 1 strikeout to 4 walks. It's a little bit wild, and you can tell already with a 2-0 count to the leadoff hitter, Trey Vorwald. We'll have to see if Noah McCandless goes out for another inning of work. With the Sasquatch hit around last inning, they put up 4 runs, and Vorwald is leading off once again. Watches that one go low and outside, finds the zone. Count goes 2-1. A nice spot from Sheldon. Vorwald, Nelson, Reyes do it for the Squatch. This is a nice part of the order you want up as Vorwald takes that one upstairs to the 3-1. The 5, 6, 7 spots. Vorwald with a single and 2 runs scored via a walk on his last at-bat. And Reyes has also had a nice night. Vorwald whips that one in the right center gap. It's going to be his 2nd single of the night. Trey Vorwald hit his 3rd inning leading off and his 3rd lead off, not base hit, as he's only had 2. But appearance on base. Trey Vorwald with another lead-off hit. He's got 2 singles and a walk on his night. He is having himself a day. Seth Nelson up to the left-hand batter's box. He is looking for something other than a fielder's choice that advances Vorwald to the 2nd. He's done that twice. That pitch in the dirt from Sheldon, scooped it up behind the dish, was Valentine. And it's a 1-0 count. This is a big spot, 6, 7, 8 now for the Squatch. Nelson, Reyes, Soto due up, and the bottom half of the order has been pretty good for the Squatch so far. That's what kick-started these big innings for the Sasquatch that have got runs across the board, that have them the lead where they're at right now. Vorwald's going to take off. The throw's high from Van Deen. The throw in money in time, a big play. They gunned Vorwald. What a play. My goodness, Trey Vorwald gunned that second. The leadoff single means nearly nothing. Van Deen guns him. That is a big first out, but nonetheless a 2-0 count to Seth Nelson. So now he can't get a fielder's choice, which he's done twice. We'll see if he can get his first hit of the ball game. Did not have a fun game in game 1. Was 0 for 3, and in this one has not reached base yet. 2-0 count with 1 away to Seth Nelson. Here's the pitch. That one upstairs the chin, ball 3-3-0. 1 away with Seth Nelson in a 3-0 count. This would be a big base runner to get for the Sasquatch. Takes the auto take, 3-1, as Sheldon's going to try to claw back all the way from behind. Here, gets a strike for a 3-1 count. We'll see what happens here. Rogers playing really close to the line over there at first base. Outside, Nelson takes his walk. Vorwald single got caught stealing, and Seth Nelson's going to get a 1-out walk. Luis Reyes up to the plate. Now he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles, 1 run scored. He has been really good so far. We'll see if he can keep it going. He's got an RBI also to his night. We'll see what Luis Reyes can do. Here the runner at first being Seth Nelson, and 1 away. Christian Soto standing on deck. Gage Crott in the hole. The part of the Sasquatch lineup that has been the best at the plate tonight is this part right here, the bottom half. Here's the pitch to Reyes. Watches that breaking ball find the zone for strike 1. A beautiful pitch from Austin Sheldon. He gets up 0-1. That was a beautiful breaking ball. Looked like it just dropped 12-6 on that one, but an 0-1 count to Reyes. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Sheldon. Another breaking ball. This one misses at the letters. Count goes 1-1. Tried to do the exact same thing, but left that one hanging a little bit. Reyes leaves it off at the letters. Looked like Van Dyne tried to pull that one down and get the call at the letters, but just missed. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Sheldon. Nelson takes off. That throw from a knee. Van Dyne. The throw is high. Nelson slides in at the stolen bag. Seth Nelson in scoring position now after that stolen base. A perfect throw once again from Van Dyne, but this one was just a little bit high. Buckmaster had to jump up. Runner in scoring position for the Squatch. Luis Reyes in a 2-1 count with 1 away. Here we go. Luis Reyes with a chance to add to his night. He's been spectacular so far. We will have to see if he can continue. 2-1 with 1 away. Buckmaster goes off second. Here's the pitch in the dirt. 3-1 now to Luis Reyes. Looking like they don't want to give him a pitch to hit. And I don't blame him with the night he's had. 2 singles, a run scored, an RBI to his night. He has been spectacular. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch from Sheldon. Buckmaster's going to back off Nelson at second base. They're going to step off and no throw, just trying to scare Nelson back to the bag. They try to catch him off guard right there. Waited a while to do that. Nelson goes back easily standing up. We'll do a 3-1 pitch once again. 3-1 to Luis Reyes. Nelson still with a nice lead. Buckmaster just dancing, checking, and going back. Reyes fouls that one off. Past the Sasquatch bullpen, past the concession stand, out of this ballpark. It's the full count to the Sasquatch shortstop. A 5-1 lead for the Squatch. 6 hits, 5 runs. That error from the Bigsticks proving costly. And we'll have to see if they can make them pay even more. 5-1 lead. Reyes with a chance to potentially make it a 6-1. Here's the pitch from Sheldon. 3-2. Reyes, the bat comes out of the hand on the strikeout. The bat goes into the Bigsticks dugout. Luis Reyes goes down swinging. Absolutely fooled him on that one. Second out of the inning, and now Christian Soto coming up to the plate with a chance to make it a 6-1 game, and now 2 away, 1 pitch away from getting out of this one. I think Reyes might have just been eating a little bit of popcorn in the dugout in between innings before that at-bat, because that bat flew into the Bigsticks dugout. Perfect trajectory. And now Christian Soto. He walked and had a sac fly to open this game up and tie it up. He takes strike 1 right there. Still 0 for 0 with a sac fly RBI and a walk. Came across the score in that big 4th inning. We'll see if he can do something here, maybe add another RBI to his night. 0-1 count. Upstairs and in. Soto gets out of the way. Count goes 1-1 from Sheldon. One, 2 away. Soto and Crott do up 8-9. Gage Crott standing on deck if needed. We'll see if the Sasquatch can get that run across and avoid stranding Nelson at second. That one misses at the chin. It's a 2-1 count to Christian Soto. And Nelson just stole a bag. I mean, he's not the fastest guy in the world. He'll be the first to tell you that. But he's going to take off on contact here, obviously, with 2 outs. If Soto can potentially drop this one in the gap, that is an easy RBI for him, as Nelson's going to round that bag with a full head of steam. 2-1 to Christian Soto. Breaking ball finds the zone. That has been Austin Sheldon's bread and butter. It's that beautiful 12-6, and it finds the zone again. Now with a pitch to drive for Soto. He's going to want that one back. 2-2 with 2 away. Twos are flying here in Spearfish, South Dakota. 2-2, 2 away. Runner on second for Christian Soto, looking for his second RBI of the night. Buckmaster backs off over at second, returns to his position. Upstairs, count goes full to Christian Soto. Seth Nelson. We'll see what he can do here. Full count, 2 away. Nelson standing on second. Soto looking to score him and make this a 6-1 ball game. Maybe his second RBI of the game. Checks the runner at second. Here's the full count pitch. Takes off. Ball 4, and Nelson steals third. He caught Van Dyne off guard. My goodness. Another stolen bag for Seth Nelson. Van Dyne was more worried about framing that baseball than he was gunning Nelson over there at third. Soto is second walk of the night. Advances Nelson to third with a stolen bag, and a mound visit coming up for the Bigsticks. They want to have a conversation with Austin Sheldon before this game potentially gets out of hand.
Proper forest management starts with knowledge and education. At Altercott Forestry, we sustain, improve, and restore, and can help make sure your property can endure and prosper for generations to come. Call to schedule your free visit today at 605-639-0238.
A quick mound visit for the Bigsticks, talking to Austin Sheldon.
Now batting for the Sasquatch from Bellevue.
Want to calm him down a little bit.
Gage Crott.
2 away. Gage Crott to play with runners in the corner. Soto standing at first. Seth Nelson with his second stolen bag of the night. He mans third base 90 feet away from making the 6-1 game. Crott's going to chop the one over to short. Albelhausen's going to flip it to second with a force. Strand 2 runners on base. Nelson stranded 90 feet away at third, but it's still a 5-1 lead heading into the 6th inning for the Sasquatch. We'll be right back. Noah McCandless going back out for his 6th inning of action. top of the 6th inning, Noah McCandless back out on the bump for his 6th inning of work, and he delivers the first pitch low in the dirt. It's going to be ball 1 to the leadoff hitter. It's Royce Van Dyne for the 3rd time today. He has the lone RBI single in the top of the 1st inning, but since then, it has been all Noah McCandless, and let's see if he can get through his 6th inning of work pretty handedly. Strike 1 right there down the middle. He's got 5, 6, 7. Van Dyne, Buckmaster, Jones due up in this inning. He's taken care of those guys pretty handedly. Only a single by Van Dyne through these 3 batters, as that one misses low for ball 2. Preston Jones did reach on an error, but nonetheless the only batter to reach base via a hit or a walk was Royce Van Dyne. He singled in the 1st inning with an RBI. He leads off in this inning in a 2-1 count from Noah McCandless. Here's the pitch from McCandless. That's a breaking ball left hanging. It's fouled. A pitch to hit if you're Van Dyne, and that's a pitch he's definitely going to want back, as at the letters, a breaking ball. A tough pitch to hit, but if you hit it, it's going to go far. 2-2 now, Royce Van Dyne. See if he can get it started here. Hoyer playing really far over, expecting him to go opposite. And he will just line it to center field. Hoyer stays put, is in the perfect spot. That's instincts at center field, I guess. Bryson Hoyer in the perfect spot. A line drive to center field retires Royce Van Dyne for the 1st out of this inning. Literally did not move a single step, Bryson Hoyer. My goodness. Balas Buckmaster coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the night. He's looking to get a 1-out rally started. The Big Six threatened the last inning with runners on 1st and 2nd, but Noah McCandless took care of business, delivers strike 1 to Buckmaster right there. And this is a big opportunity for Noah McCandless. 0-1, 1 away to Balas Buckmaster. He takes a big hack at that breaking ball. Goes down 0-2. Pitch 100 right there for Noah McCandless. So I have to assume this is going to be his last inning of work. There are 2 arms getting warm in the Squatch bullpen. One looks to be Jack Sutton. Not quite sure the other one is at first glance. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from McCandless. Down's going to be grounded over to 3rd. Crook came in as a defensive replacement, and he'll make a defensive play. Unleash the cannon over from 3rd base to retire Balas Buckmaster. 2 away here in the top of the 6th. Preston Jones comes up to the plate. He reached on an error in his last plate appearance. That was the lone base runner in the 4th inning for this Big Sticks team. It is one of the few base runners they have had since scoring in the 1st inning. First pitch in the dirt, going to be ball 1 on Jones. One 0 count to Preston Jones. McCandless looking to go 1, 2, 3. He's working over the century mark. Delivers strike 1 right there. This might be his last inning, as he is nearing a danger zone right now. This is definitely going to be his last inning. This might be his last hitter, depending on A, if he can retire Jones, and B, if Preston Jones gives him a tough time. But takes that one outside for strike 2. Noah McCandless looking like he could potentially get through this one with a beauty 1, 2, 3. We'll see. Line out to Hoyer to start. A ground out to Crook, and now a 1-2 count to Preston Jones. Here's the 1-2 pitch with 2 away for Noah McCandless. Swung on and missed. Noah McCandless, a beauty again. 6 innings. He has allowed 1 run, and since that little hiccup in the 1st, he has been spectacular. Through 6 innings of play for the Sasquatch on defense, they lead 5-1. Bottom of the 6th inning coming right up. Looking at some last-minute insurance runs for their bullpen coming in to close this one out in the top of the 7th inning.
Entertain fans while spreading school spirit. Let's hear it for the Hewlett Red Devil Junior Cheerleaders. the Hewlett Red Devil Junior High Cheerleaders. If you're looking for affordable family fun, make sure to plan your visit to the Outlaw Square, located in Deadwood. You can enjoy live music, history presentations, Wild West reenactments, and much more. Visit OutloudSquare.com for more information and to browse their upcoming events. Modern Woodmen of America offers financial services and fraternal member benefits to individuals and families. Serving Spearfish. Find Rodney and Michael online at modernwoodmen.org to start the conversation.
Bryson Hoyer leading off here for the Squatch in the bottom of the 6th inning, looking to add some insurance. There's 2 arms getting loose in the bullpen for the Squatch. We'll see which one head coach Jared Hunt turns to. It's Zach Romans and Jack Sutton getting loose. We will see who the answer is to close out this one on the top of the 7th. But for now, Bryson Hoyer leading off here. Hoyer with a walk and reach on an error takes breaking ball for strike 1. Bryson Hoyer looking to get his first hit of the game. He was one of the only Sasquatch players with a base hit in game 1, and it was the first at-bat of the game. Hits that one high in the air of the right center gap, giving chase his Crater. He's going to make the catch. A well-hit ball for Hoyer, but it hung a little bit, and Crater was able to make the play here in the 6th. 1 away. Brings up Ryan Bachman, the second baseman for the Squatch, also looking for his first hit of the ball game. Was robbed of one by Buckmaster in the same exact spot he's in right now. Implementing the shift is the Bigsticks, and he was hit by a pitch in his last at bat with the bases juiced to get an RBI. Takes that one outside for ball 1. We'll see if Bachman can get a pitch to hit. He struck out in the first inning, and since then has not been lucky. A line drive that was caught by Balas Buckmaster at second, and then getting hit with bases juiced. That one low again, the slider missed. It's quickly a 2-0 count to Ryan Bachman, the lead-off hitter. This is a big spot for Bachman. If you can get a low couple insurance runs, potentially allows you to go to Zach Romans and keep Jack Sutton healthy and keep him fresh if you need him in another game. I'd have to have a feeling that is head coach Jared Hunt's mentality right now with 2 arms warming up. Maybe go to Romans right away with a very short leash. We'll have to see. Bachman hits that one sharply over to shortstop. Abelhausen makes the play. The throw on the money. Bachman's retired, and there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bigsticks trying just to go into the last inning, the last 3 outs with a 4-run deficit, not anything more. Chaz Crook coming up to the plate now for the first time today. He replaced Jack Naylor in the lineup. Naylor ends his night 1 for 2 with a sac fly. So a good night from Naylor. But Chaz Crook comes up here, a defensive replacement at third base. Van Atten sliding over to first. A nice move by Jarrett Hunt here, trying to close this one out. Crook takes the first pitch for a ball. Sends that one high in the air into left field, giving Chases Osborne towards the line. He'll make the catch with a nick of space before going in the foul territory. A quick 1-2-3 inning for the Squatch offense. They lead by 4, 3 outs remaining for the Bigsticks. It's going to be Jack Sutton coming out of the pen.
Sutton.
Jack Sutton, he's handed the baseball by head coach Jared Hunt a chance to get this game in the win column for the Squatch. He comes in with a 4-run lead, so not a save opportunity, but an opportunity to play hero and go potentially 1-2-3 to close this one out. But in his way is going to be 8-9-1 for the Bigsticks. First pitch outside for ball one to the leadoff hitter. It's Cam Crater, the right fielder. Made a nice catch in the right center gap in the last half inning for the Sasquatch offense. Now leads off here. He's one of the last 3 lives probably, unless he can get the life going and get the bats moving for the Bigsticks. They have 4 hits on the night. Noah McCandless was spectacular through 6 innings. 1 earned run, 4 hits. He was nothing short of spectacular. Head coach Jared Hunt, exactly what you wanted when you put him out onto that bump. 1-2 as Sutton locates right there. Gets ahead early to Cam Crater, looking for the first out of his night here in the 7th inning. 1-2 count to Cam Crater. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off a defensive swing from the Bigsticks right fielder. Count remains 1-2. On deck, it's going to be Marcus Alberhausen. Excuse me, no. Yes, it will be Marcus Alberhausen. It looked like he might have got pinched hit for, but no, it is going to be Marcus Alberhausen. And then standing in the hole, he will be potentially the third batter of this inning. He potentially could be the last life if Sutton can take care of business with the top of the order, most likely Matthew Lewis, who has not had a night that he wants to remember. 1-2 count again from Jack Sutton. Outside, froze him. Goodbye, go to the dugout. 2 outs away from a victory. Beauty by Jack Sutton, my goodness.
Batting now for the Bigsticks, shortstop,
Marcus Alberhausen up to the plate now. 2 lives remaining for this Bigsticks offense, trying to get something mustered here in the top half of the 7th inning, the last one of this game 2 of the doubleheader. Sutton outside, missed the zone for a ball, gets down 1-0 to the 9-hole hitter. On deck is going to be Matthew Lewis, the top of the order. Alberhausen's had a nice night. He is 1 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base. We'll have to see if he can continue on that night and reach base for the 3rd time. He is ahead 2-0 on Sutton as that one misses up at the eyes. It's also the beer batter here in Spearfish, South Dakota, and being a 7-inning game, there is no cutoff on beer sales, so he strikes out. Anyone that wants it could go get beer before the final out. 2-0 count for Sutton. He's got some work to do, and he delivers a strike there in the 2-0, gets the 2-1. Jack Sutton fights back right there, and he's going to force Marcus Alberhausen to step out and rebalance himself in the left-hand batter's box. Here's the 2-1 from Sutton. Big swing and a miss. That's a daddy hack if I've ever seen one right there. My goodness, Alberhausen, that was an ugly swing at bat. It's a 2-2 count. Jack Sutton, 1 strike away from delivering beer at last call here to the fans in Spearfish, South Dakota, and getting the 2nd out of the final inning. 2-2 count for Jack Sutton facing Marcus Alberhausen. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off a defensive swing on the outer third. Doesn't look like he wanted to swing at that one or intended to at all, but had to put a defensive swing out there, had to avoid being potentially the 2nd batter of the inning to go down frozen looking. Couldn't do that. That is not how you want to go out if you're a team. 2-2 count. 1 away to Marcus Alberhausen, the beer batter here in Spearfish, South Dakota. Here's the pitch from Sutton. Swing and a miss. He foul tipped it into Soto. They're going to say it got out of his glove. It looked like he foul tipped it into Soto. It might have hit the chest protector and dropped below, so I'll have to do it again. 2-2 remains. That one was foul tipped into the glove, or off the glove of Soto, and he dropped it. So Jack Sutton's going to have to get another strikeout. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Jack Sutton. That one's hit sharply over to Bachman, moving over to his left. Has trouble corralling it. The throw to first, not in time. It's an E4 and a 1-out base runner for the Bigsticks. Maybe a little bit of life. Ryan Bachman unable to corral that ground ball. A tough play to make at second, but an error nonetheless on Ryan Bachman. Extends this game. It's going to be Matthew Lewis 0 for 3 on the night with 2 Ks, both to Noah McCandless. We'll see if Jack Sutton can keep that trend going or potentially get a game-ending ground ball double play. First pitch to Lewis inside, misses for ball 1, 1-0 count. just missed the inner third, and now below on Matthew Lewis. Standing on deck is set to be Joe Osborne, and you do not want to let this one get to a scary situation. That one upstairs and away, misses for ball 2. Soto really keeping a close eye on that runner at first. Was ready to pop up, but I don't see any world that runner should take off, especially when that's not the tying runner anywhere close to it. It's 5-1. They're still going to check the runner. Van Atten doesn't even apply a tag, just kind of a situation from Sutton letting him know that he sees him and he's not forgetting about him over there. There is another arm getting loose in the bullpen. It's Chan Yoon, the right-handed pitcher from South Korea, if needed, if this one gets a little bit scary. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch from Sutton. That one's fouled off high in the air over the third base line into the parking lot. Count goes 2-1. And Jack Sutton looking to close this one out for the Squatch. If they win this one, they would split the doubleheader, and we will play for the series tomorrow. We will see if Jack Sutton can deliver that. Sutton's going to look over at the runner at first. He's going to get ready. Here's the pitch. He's going to check over, actually, once again, keeping a really close eye on Albahazen over there at first. Does have speed, has stolen a bag today. He has the only stolen base for the Bigsticks in either game of this doubleheader. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Down's going to be grounded over to Bachman. Moving to his left. No play at second. He'll just get the easy out at first. 2 away. 1 out away from ending this ball game. Jack Sutton looking to work quickly and get through this in just 4 batters.
Sasquatch fans, rise up.
Joe Osborne represents the last breath of relief for the Bigsticks if they plan to come back in this one. It's a 5-1 ball game, 2 away. Osborne has singled and scored the only run of the game the Bigsticks have across the board right now. Other than that, he has struck out and walked. This is his 4th plate appearance so far today. We will see what he can do trying to keep this one alive. Inside, looked like he wanted to swing at the first pitch. He was ready. That one just got in on him. Gets out of the way. It's a 1-0 count. A huge lead at second and a dancing lead at that for Marcus Albahazen. No one holding him. I don't think anyone really is worried about him taking off here with 2 away. And he will take off. The throw from Soto is not going to come. He lost in transition. It's going to be another stolen base for Marcus Albahazen. He stands 90 feet away at third. That one also missed. It's going to be a 2-0. 2-0 count now from Jack Sutton to Joe Osborne. Standing on deck is Danny Rogers. He's 1 for 3 on the day. 2 flyouts to center field to go along with his single in the first inning in his first at-bat of the game. 2-0 count from Sutton. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball found the outer third of the zone. A beautiful pitch from Jack Sutton. Soto set up on the outside. A beautiful job to pull it in, stick his glove out, and get the strike call. 2-0 pitch. It's called for a strike. It's a 2-1. 2-1 count from Sutton. 90 feet away is a runner. That one's going to find the outside of the zone. 2-2. 1 pitch away for Jack Sutton here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. The crowd is ready for a Sasquatch win. Can Jack Sutton deliver it? We shall see. 2-2, 2 away with a runner standing on third base. 5-1 lead for the Squatch. Here's the pitch from Jack Sutton. Upstairs, count goes full. We will get a payoff pitch. Full count, 2 away, runner on third. A 4-run lead for the Squatch, looking just to get through in the 4th batter of the inning. It's Joe Osborne looking for his 2nd walk of the night. Crowd getting behind Sutton here in Spearfish. Here's the payoff pitch. Sorted him on the outside. Breaking ball ends it. They split the day. A 1-1 day, 1 win, 1 loss for the Sasquatch. Jack Sutton closed it out for the Squatch. It's a big win to go back to 1-1 here after 1 day of play in the second half action. We will play for the series tomorrow in Spearfish, South Dakota. Stay tuned for Sasquatch After Hours. We will hear from Trey Vorwald and Noah McCandless right here on Spearfish Sasquatch Live when we return. Sean Massa joined by Sasquatch outfielder Trey Vorwald. Trey, manning left field today, and you saw yourself in the 5 spot in the lineup today. We've seen you all season throughout the lineup, really 1 through 9, really anywhere you've been. But in the 5 hole, you lead off 3 innings. You're 2 for 2, 2 singles and a walk. Does it kind of change your plate appearance going up there, knowing that you're leading off versus maybe as normal 5 spot hitters would be with people on?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to kind of see some pitches, let the pitcher, well, don't let him get settled in, you know. See some pitches, let the guys behind me see what's going on, and get on base. You know, we got to get on base. When the leadoff man in an inning gets on base, the scoring percentage goes way up. So I get on base, we got a better chance of scoring.
That's exactly what happened tonight. It seemed like you were sparking all the offense for this team, and a big part as to why you got pitcher Noah McCandless a big offensive cushion going on. What were you seeing out there at the plate tonight with 2 singles?
Yeah, just trying to get the fastball, man. Just trying to see something over the middle, something I can drive right back at the pitcher or right center gap, and that's exactly what I got. So.
Perfect, Donnie today, Trey. Thank you so much for your time. We're going to hear from the player of the game today, Noah McCandless. Noah, get on over here. An absolute beauty on the mound today. 6 innings, that early run. We thought it might give you a little bit of a tough time mentally, but it seems like you recovered pretty well. What was going through your mind in the dugout after that first inning?
Well, the first inning, I didn't feel like I felt like I was locked in, but wasn't executing the best way I could. And a couple of those hits kind of snuck through. Gave up a 2-out single that ended up scoring that run, so that kind of just fired me up and set the tone for the rest of the game. Wanted to execute more, and I don't think I gave up a hit after the second inning, so I kind of just started locking down and going with it.
Yeah, 1 total hit after the second, or 1 total hit after the first inning, coming in the second, and then it seemed like almost every batter that you were facing, you were just ultimately way in front of, either being a 1-2 count or an 0-2 count early on. Is that something you kind of strive for? And really, what was kind of your mentality out there on the bump after that 1-run first inning?
Well, like we talked about in Fremont, I like to get ahead with the fastball, and the fastball command really helped me get ahead early today. And I know if I'm hopping ahead of kids 0-2, 1-2 with, that often and that many innings in a row, we're probably going to have a lot of success, and it showed on the scoreboard, so I was just happy with it.
That's player of the game, Noah McCandless, talking about his outing tonight on the mound. And one more thing about Noah McCandless, a newly engaged man as of late today, I believe, correct?
Yes.
A newly engaged man, and goes out there and does that. What a day it's been for you, Noah.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and a big start from a big arm in the Sasquatch rotation to finish out the first day of Season 2, 1-1, playing for the series tomorrow right back here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. First pitch set for 6:05 p.m.